Hi, Daniel. How are you?
Hey Claudia, I'm good, and you?
Everything fine, thank you. Thank you for agreeing having this interview with us. I am going to ask you a few questions. So tell us a little bit about the farm where you work and who you are. Who are you in the farm?
Okay, so thank you. I work for Agromonte. Agromonte is a farm in Colombia, in Gachancipá. We have 14 hectares, mainly of carnations and spray carnations. Right now we are growing a little bit and having a little bit of diversification, trying to use better the land. So all where we don't have a greenhouse, we're trying to use it. So we're growing a little bit of eucalyptus, a little bit of lisianthus, a little bit of kale, growing in this market, in this business that we really like. Our main goal is to have a great quality. We're a small farm, 15 hectares is relatively small in Colombia. And so what we have decided is to have a great quality in order to be competitive. We have been 38 years working. I am the general manager of the farm. I like to think that Agromonte does the things differently. So we are one of the first. We are the first carnation grower that was 100% hydroponic. We like to recycle a lot. We really recycle all the rice husk, all the water. We have a different process. We classify and make the bunches in the greenhouses. So our post-harvest is basically hydrating and packing. Before we had this process, our post-harvest was of 70 people. Today it's of 14. This is very good. Also, one of the things that I like, there are two things that I like a lot of these three about this process. One is that there is less touching and handling of the flowers, so that help us have better quality. Second is that the people that cut the flowers in the greenhouses, they make the final product. So they see what our clients in Japan, in the US, in Germany are getting. So they have like a more ownership over the flowers. And another thing that I like a lot of this is that we have really friendly working hours. We do a really little extra hours. Usually post-harvest work in holidays, they work until noon, until midnight or more. And we don't, because since the flower gets as it's going to be to the client, to the post-harvest, so the processing the post-harvest is really small. So I think that makes a lot of, that helps a lot people having a better family life. So we like to do a lot of things differently, and I like to think that we are thinking new ways constantly to work our flowers and to serve our clients.
Amazing. And do you have any certifications from the country or international? And what projects do you have socially and ecologically? Well, you already told us a little bit about that, but it'd be interesting to know if you have any certification. And
You have like three questions there. So certifications, we are Flor Verde certified flowers. We have been Flor Verde certified from the beginning. We really believe in it. We have even been in the advisory board of Flor Verde because we really believe that it's interesting to have this kind of certification where we work socially and environmentally. In the environmental sector area, we have, for example, we have solar panels. 40% of the energy that we use today is produced by us. We have done a lot of projects in energy usage. Today, we are using 35% of the energy that we used to use 3 years ago. There's a reduction because we improve the water pumps, the cold rooms. So we have a really low energy usage. We have solar panels, as I told you. We recycle a lot. We are using, right now we're growing, I don't know how to call them, good mites. You know, we have the spider mites that eat the carnations. So we built a crop to grow our spider mites that will eat these bad mites. We use 95% of our employees come in bicycle, so we incentivize, we would give incentives so that people use the bicycle, so that there is less usage of buses and combustion ways to come to the office. And socially, we have also a lot of projects. We have, for example, one of the things that we really like about our sector is that there are a lot of people that have low education, and we have one project that is that people can do a batch, primary and batch in the farm. So in Wednesday and Saturdays in the afternoon, some teachers come to the farm and they do here the primary and batch, and we have organized a system to give scholarships for people that want to do university and technical degrees. So depending on the grades that they get, we give them a higher scholarships or things like that. We also have recently, we hired a psychologist. I think that one of the problems that we as cultural living, as that with all this that has happened, people are having a lot of trouble, psychological problems. So we hired a psychologist so that people can get psychological treatment, and it has had a huge demand. It's really been amazing how people in the farm are reacting, and I thought that maybe they would be like shy with the psychologist, but there has been a lot of interest. We also have a coach for leaders. This has been like a couple of years working now, so that we have better leaders that help our people grow and develop. We are right now we're supporting the founding of a kindergarten really close to the farm. We have a lot of bonuses for our employees, and we're growing in that so that people can have a better wage. I think that would be like.
That's a lot. That's a lot. Yes. Thank you. Thank you for explaining all of that. That's amazing. And okay, tell us a little bit about how you deal with the COVID crisis.
Wow, COVID crisis was really crazy. It was first we decided that nobody would be fired, and that we would do our best so that people can have their wages without any affection. So people here, nobody lost their job and nobody lost their wage. This was really important because a lot of families had people that lost their jobs. So they had 3 or 4 incomes and they just got our income suddenly. So that was like the first thing. Obviously, maybe before that was that we made clear that we would have, that health was the priority for everyone. There was a lot of ignorance. Nobody of us knew what would happen. So another thing that we did is that like every 2 weeks or every month, I would go around with the HR manager and we would talk with everyone, but so that everyone would understand what was happening and what we were learning, we did it in small groups. it's really interesting, and so we kept on doing it. Today, I still do it like every once a month. I go around the whole farm talking with people. It was really nice because we were like telling them what we were investigating, and we shared what was happening. We changed all the way that we worked. Initially, we grew the where people have their lunch so that we could maintain the distance. We changed. We made a lot of protocols. A lot of learning. We also hired when the vaccinations were ready. We hired the vaccinations to come to the farm, and we did here days that we can for everybody to get vaccinated. Today we have like 95% of the people with 2 shots and at least 2 shots. At the end, it was also good for flowers. So at the beginning, we had to throw a lot of flowers, but at the end also it was good for flowers. So we could basically, like in a couple of months, get back to the work as usual with a lot of improvements. But it was really interesting months.
Yes, they were very interesting to say. And okay, future projects. What can we be excited about?
Future projects. We're doing a lot. As I told you, we work a lot for quality. So we're developing a new farm for all the small plants, like I like to call it like the nursery for plants that here in Colombia doesn't exist a lot. So all the mother plants, we used to have them in another farm that did them for us. We're doing them right now for us, growing in different species, as I told you, Lysianthus, Eucalyptus, Kale. We just started a new area of improvement inside the company, focused in culture, in process. I think that it would be a good impact because there's going to be a lot of training, a lot of culture, a lot of involvement of all the people in the farm. I think that will be a nice impact in all the culture in the farm. I'm really excited about that.
Very good, thank you. That it will be exciting to see the new products and to see these improvements, to feel the improvements in your products.
Quality, a lot of quality. We'll see a lot of improvement in quality, I hope.
That's amazing. That's an amazing thing to hear. Yeah. Okay, so why do you work with Fresh-o-Fair?
I believe that Fresh-o-Fair is the future of our business. There should be less intermediaries, and that's what Fresh-o-Fair is achieving. I think that if we have a more efficient supply chain in the whole chain, there will be also a nice impact, environmental impact, where people buy what they need and not more, not less, just what they need. We don't transport, as we do today, a lot of flowers, and many of them get thrown away. That has a very environmental impact. And also a closer relationship between final clients and the growers. So I think this is where the market should go, and every market should go, and it is going. So
yes, exactly. Okay, so is there anything else we should know?
I cannot think of anything right away. Just really happy to work with you, really happy to continue working with you. Really happy to be working in flowers. That is an industry that helps a lot of development for our countries, good wages, good employees, good employment with good conditions, working with to help people thrive. So really happy to be here working with you and improving our farm.
Thank you. We are also very happy to work with you. We have to go to Colombia again. We were there already, I think, 3 years ago before the pandemic. We should go again and then see the farm again. It was amazing. And yes, we're very happy to continue working with you and to see what comes in the future. Thank you for your time, Daniel.
Thank you. Hope to have you here. It would be great to have you here again. Thank you for this
Thank you.
opportunity.